Hey guys, Prangell Gaming here. Welcome back to the Millwall Career Mode. It's Season 2, Episode 2. And in this episode, what we're going to go ahead and do is show you a different screen for starting, as nothing is for certain on the games we've got so far. The only game that is certain for the moment is this game against FC Ural away from home in the pre-season tournament. We also do have another game that could be in this episode. Well, actually, it's not could be. It will be in this episode. It's a home tie against Bristol City in the Championship. But this is the team I've decided to go with. So in goal, we've gone with Jordan Archer. The centre-backs are Cooper and the captain Hutchinson. The left-back is Ferguson. The right-back is Cummings. The right midfielder is David Worrell. Two centre midfielders are two youthful players in Fran Villalba and Ben Thompson. Greg Wild is the left midfielder. Ambrose and Chietri will lead the line up top. I'm hoping to turn around some of the difficult times we had in the last episode where we drew 2-0. So on the bench we have Evans, Gregory, Ward, Fred, Webster, O'Brien and Alexander. I'm still working on trying to get some deals in and out, but maybe they will happen, maybe they won't. It doesn't matter so much. All that matters is we get into this game. So let's see how we do in this one. Sunil Chietri over the top. If Greg Wild can get there, this could be the start of the first move in the game. Wild has got there. He crosses in for Thierry Ambrose. Oh, and we've scored already. There you go, 3 minutes in, and we've got ourselves a goal. We struggled to score in the last 2 games. We've actually gone ahead and put it in the back of the net. A great cross in by Greg Wild, and Ambrose leapt above the defender there to header it home. And that, well, is a great start. Hopefully, we can keep hold of this. I mean, we did win 4-0 in one of the games in pre-season, so hopefully we can go ahead and keep this result, and that is Ambrose's first in the pre-season tournament. It's one of those that they could really be struggling, and well, as I say that, Ambrose gets on the end of one of their balls. Could he score again? He has. Wow, easy pickings at the moment, and Thierry Ambrose, he started this game on fire. Now it's hard to think that he'd score 2 goals so early on in 5 minutes. Well, I don't care how we did it. We've still got 2 goals in 5 minutes. The quickest I think I've ever scored goals in succession. So this is a great feeling. Ambrose really wants to be involved in our plans this season, and he's proven it. Let's hope he can start scoring in the league when we get there. But that was a very tidy finish by the striker there, and he has given us the hope of progressing into the final of this tournament. And that is his second goal, of course, the first one coming just a couple of seconds ago. Score on the door at half-time. Chaves are drawing 1-1 with Wisla Krakow, which would mean that we still don't know who we could be playing. I'm saying could in, well, obviously, exclamation marks, because we just don't know whether we will be able to go for or not. I mean, 2-0 should be plain sailing from here, but obviously, you've seen it before, I don't always hold on to leads. So let's quickly see how we're doing in terms of stats. Right, so it hasn't been the best of halves in terms of stats, but we are still dominating. I mean, we did score 2 goals, so to be fair, it would make sense. But we haven't really done anything from 5 minutes in the game, which is a real shame to see. But obviously, we've got a second half. We can still hold on to this lead. And, well, even if we do hold on to this lead, we're still progressing to the next round, which is a win in my eyes. So, let's just get into the second half and see how we do in that one. And they cross it in. Can we get it away? We can't. Archer gets the save, and it's gone out for yet another corner. Zukov puts it in. Let's get it away if we can. We can't, but they blast it over the bar. On to Thompson. Thompson to find Greg Wild. Wild tries to play it to Ambrose, and he does. It's now Gregory. Gregory onto David Worrell. Could we have a third here? We can. There you go. A nice bit of play. And we've secured the victory if it wasn't already blatantly obvious that we've got it. David Worrell, we scored a couple here, there and everywhere. I'm starting to like him. He's a 67 rated midfielder, which isn't the best, but it isn't the worst as well. And he's starting to show that he is a real talent. I should have played him a lot more last season. That was a great thinking move with Gregory being able to find Worrell. And Worrell does what he does best at the moment, which is finding the back of the net. And I'm not going to complain. It gives us a 3-goal lead, and it pretty much secures, if it wasn't already understandable, that we're in the final. Now, who we're against, that will be yet to find out. But obviously, we are in a very good position scoring 3 goals. And that's obviously Worrell's first in this pre-season tournament. Well, it may not look like stats-wise we were the best, but we are nevertheless through to the final. That's the one thing that is guaranteed. Now, who we're against, I don't quite know at the moment. It'll be Chaves or Whistler Krakow, but the only way to find out is obviously by progressing and see how far we go. Right, before we get into that final against the mystery team that no one knows who actually we're playing is, we're going to go ahead and show you some of the transfer offers that we currently have. We have one for Aidan O'Brien. I'm going to do the same that I did with QPR and see where they come back with this one. If they can offer that much money, then maybe let them go. I'll be looking at a couple of striker options anyway, so it wouldn't be the worst case scenario. We do have players that can score, as you may have seen in the last match. And we do have one more transfer offer here, so let's just take a look at this one. Alright, so it's Harry Gerlin. I have no way in idea to have a plan with him considering Patrick Alexander's come through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that much so we can just get a little bit more than what he's worth at the moment. I don't think that'll be worthwhile, I do. So let's just submit that and see where it goes with that. And Grimsby have decided they will match the offer for Jamie Philpott. That is a sad thing to hear, but obviously he's not part of my plans. He never was. He never will be. He's not a player that can play in the Championship that much really at the moment either, so it's one of these deals that makes sense. And that makes this relevant, the Nuadico inquiry. So what I'm going to do is, even though it may mean I don't have that many funds, I'm going to go ahead and bid on Nuadico. It would mean I have an experienced number of strikers that can score the goals. Plus, Nuadico is very fast. So let's just put in a transfer offer and see where it gets us. Yeah, I said they wouldn't match that offer, so I'm going to reject it. We're in no need to sell Aidan O'Brien. Even though he does want to leave, I don't want to let him go in this window. It would mean that I have to let him go in the next window, though. So we're going to keep him for as long as we can and hopefully see if he can change his mind about staying with us. So you can see on the screen right now the team we're playing and the team we're using against that team. And so we've gone with a couple of changes in the squad just due to fitness, really. And well, got Archer in goal and Cooper and Hutchinson as the centre-backs yet again. Saboric comes in the left-back position, as does Marlon Romeo in the right-back position. Worrell maintains his right midfield spot. He has been outstanding and it would be stupid to take him out. We then got Vilbala and Butcher in the centre of midfield. Didn't like Thompson so much in the last game, so I'll put Butcher in to give him a chance. Cox is the left midfielder, and the two strikers will be Ambrose and Fred. Fred is saying that he's not very happy that I haven't been giving him game time, because I did agree for him to be a very important member of the team because he's up and coming and has a really good potential. Now on to the bench, and it's pretty similar to the last bench that we had in the last game, and it's Evans, Gregory, Ward, Chietri this time, Webster, O'Brien and Alexander. Alexander's a player that I'm training, and obviously you can see he's doing really well in training. He's almost close to David Ford, 67 rated. We've got to tackle him here, and we don't. It's Vucenovic. Could he go through? Aesis! Saved by Jordan Archer there. That was important that he did so. But I won't knock it till I try it, and he has played an outstanding ball to Ambrose, who could have the shot, and he could have the goal. So close. Unlucky there by Thierry Ambrose. As I say that, though, they are on the attack and have an opportunity that they've just put over the bar. And this is where it gets very dangerous. They have to just put it in. Still going. They have laid it off. Oh, we've made the save. And, well, thankfully, we've got that ball away because it was a real big danger, them attacking. Not the best at half-time. I mean, not the best at all. Chaves have been the far more superior side. Now, I can see this going to extra time just due to the fact we're just not doing anything at the moment. And, well, that is a real big problem. So we do have a second half, but I don't want to sound like a broken record because sometimes we can't perform in it. So what we'll do is we'll get our fingers crossed like they are right now, and then we're going to go ahead and see what we can do in the second half. It can only improve, let's be honest. Ambrose, he's got to stop, he's got to find someone with the pass. He does, he plays it to Cox, has the shot blocked, and well, they've cleared it away. That was our best chance, and it was from Cox, who hasn't really done anything all game. Ambrose, Fred, hopefully through to Thierry Ambrose it is, but we can't find the space. It's back to Fred, he has the shot. Antonio Felipe makes a save, and it's only as far as David Worrell, who's going to keep going with this ball. He'll play it to Fred. Fred, back to Fran Vilbala. Can he hit it from the edge of the area? He can, and Felipe makes a second save in that attack. Go, we have the lead. Finally. It's a huge relief to get this lead. I mean, let's look at this move here. It was Butcher who played it to Ambrose, who flicked it straight back to Fred, who hit it first time, expertly taken there. And, well, you can't ask for more. And Fred obviously wanted to play. Well, he's repaid the faith with the goal there, and that's all you can ask for. Well, I'm very happy we've got the lead. Obviously, I would be because we've got the lead, but it's a nice goal. And finally, we've broken their defence. Maybe we can get a couple more like we did in the last game, and that's Fred's first in the European International Cup. I don't think he's played that many with it. Plays it into Jonathan Evans. This could be a chance. Could it be a goal? It can't. He just puts it wide. Evans, so close, but yet so far with that effort. And there we go. We have won the European International Cup, something we didn't do in the last season, so I'm very happy with that. It was the one goal that separated us two sides in this one, but it is what it really is, isn't it? You can't make anything more of it, and you can't make any less. We're the team that comes away with the cup, and look, here we go. We're the side that's ready to celebrate. I mean, some of these youngsters, they're doing pretty well for me. Obviously, I have to develop them, and it's something that I'm working on, but as a championship side, we're not doing too bad. And well, I'm just going to drop this bombshell here and there because I haven't been able to put it anywhere else in the video. I currently believe we do have European football, which is something scary. But here we go. Let's turn our attentions to lifting the cup. There we go. We've gone ahead. We've lifted it. Ward and Cox next to Hutchinson there. So they're going to get the chance at some silverware, obviously at a very young age. But obviously, we've lifted the trophy. That's what we like to see. On to the next one, which is obviously the first game in the Championship against Bristol City. I cannot wait for that game. Let's go have a look at the team we're playing with. Right, and before we get into that game against Bristol City, Blackburn Rovers have said they will not put the money in for Aidan O'Brien there. So we're going to forget about that offer and just continue going as the season goes. Then got Jamie Philpotts actually left us. So we will be looking for a striker with the name of Noah Dicko. He's a very good player. I've put in an offer for him at the top, and what you can see, they've said it's unacceptable. So we're going to try and just gradually build up the money we're offering for him because we're in no real need to sign him, but it would be great to get him. And obviously, I want to sign some players that maybe you guys want. And also another one, Harry Gerland, will be going to Brave Wanderers, which is a great sign to see. I've got rid of one on my long list of goalkeepers. We've still got a few keepers at the club that could need to leave. And obviously, as I said, they want that money for Noah Dicko. So what I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to quickly offer 3.5 million because it is a lot of money. We do have the money to offer at the moment with players leaving and obviously all that happening. So we'll just see how it goes and just put this offer in. And here's some big news. Gerling's left and, well, they've accepted the offer for Noah Dicko. How much does he want? He wants the current contract that he has at Wolves. I'm very happy to do that deal. I mean, this would be a tiny bit of business to get done. So what we're going to do is we're going to submit the offer. And there is one more bit of news that could be piquing your interest. So let's quickly have a look at that. Right, and that is that Blackburn want to sign David Ford. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put the money that he's worth because surely they'll be putting the money that he's worth and think that that's fine. I mean, they shouldn't be too stingy on the money they put in. So that deal should be able to get over the line. And then we have King, Alexander and Archer as our three goalkeepers as the plan was at the start of the season. So let's just see what they come back with. Oh, and this has thrown a spanner in the works. Noah Dicko said he's top player at his current club and doesn't feel like the move suits him. So we're going to have to throw some money at this deal to see if we can make it happen. I'll add an extra 4k onto the contract. I mean, we've got to try. Noah Dicko is an outstanding player and it'd be great to have him in the team. He's a very quick player that'll help us on the counter-attack. And Blackburn Rovers have said they'll only put 240k. You know what? I'm not going to complain about that. That's close enough to the offer, and obviously we don't need Ford. So we're going to have to say goodbye, David Ford. That's the end of him at Millwall. And Bradford City want to sign Jimmy Abdu. I'm going to actually put in that much money and see whether they want to sign him or not. I mean, we don't need too much money for him, so I wouldn't complain too much if they just put back the offer very close because, again, he's a player that's not needed. He's older, so we could make this deal happen, that's for sure. Right, and Ford's gone, and Noah Dicko says that he's a top player at the club and doesn't feel the move suits him again. So I'm going to have a fiddle about with the money that I have at the moment. I'm going to make this deal happen. He's a very good player, and obviously it'd be very useful to have him. At 73 rated, that's a pretty strong rating to have in the Championship. So let's make this deal happen. I'm going to go fiddle about with a few things and offer him a contract. He wants a bigger role now, so that is a kick in the teeth, that's for sure, because I don't know if I can offer him a bigger role. I mean, I'm going to. You only live once, and well, let's offer him it. Let's go for it. Let's offer him it. Let's see him sign the deal. If that's what's going to take to get him at the club, let's do it. And some other good news, Jimmy Abdu will be leaving the club. They've decided to go ahead and offer the money. So we're selling players left, right and centre at the moment. And these are players that we didn't need in the first place. So I'm very happy to be having these deals going in our favour. So there we go. We have actually got the game against Bristol City coming up now after all these big amount of transfer deals. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and obviously get into the team selection for that one. Here we go, the final game of the episode. We're going to give Jimmy Abdu one last game to play for the Lions before he heads off to Bradford City. And this is the team we've gone with. Archer will be the goalkeeper as always, really. Nelson and Hutchison would be the two centre-backs. Nelson's complaining that he hasn't had game time. And to be fair, he's only played one during pre-season. The left-back is Joe Martin. The right-back is Cummins. The right midfielder is then David Worrell. I'm going to keep him there. He seems to be doing really well. And obviously, we do still have Paris Cohenhall. He's been one of the players that hasn't left us so far. Fulbala and Abdu are then the two centre midfielders. Ferguson is the left midfielder, and then Ambrose will partner Fred up front. And the bench is pretty much the same as always. Evans, Gregory, Ward, Williams, Webster, O'Brien and Alexander, who is shooting up in ratings. He's almost getting closer and closer every time we speak to that rating that David Fordwood, which was only a 67 rated. It's only 5 ratings and he's a very young player. I mean, let's just quickly take a look. He's 17 years old and he's almost there already. So that's a good sign to see. So let's get into this game against Bristol City. The Championship will begin today. Fred on to Fran Fulbala. He hasn't got the best of pace, but he is still in behind. Fulbala, can he have the shot? He can. It's saved. We've got a corner in the 3rd minute. But at the moment, I think they're more worried about attacking with Lee Tomlin. And we've given away a penalty. Sid Nelson is an absolute idiot for doing that. I knew it'd happen, and well, at the moment, I think they're focusing on the injured player. But we need to focus more on the penalty that's been given, because that is a stupid mistake by Nelson. And here we go. He'll step up to take the penalty. And well, he's going to beat Archer with ease with that one. It's our first goal conceded in the Championship, and to be honest, it frustrates me with this one because we shouldn't have given it away. And well, we've got a mountain to climb if we are to get a point in this game. And of course, him being a debutant and it being the first game of the season means it's the first goal that they have scored with that one. Scores on the doors at half-time. Villa are beating Middlesbrough, Charlton are drawing with Blackburn Rovers, and QPR are beating Sheffield United 2-1. And the rest of the results, well, they're there, so you can see them as you wish to. Now, let's just quickly check the stats for us so far. And, well, we've slightly been better. I mean, this game hasn't been that good. It's clearly there in the stats. It's a shame, but what can you do? You give away a penalty and, well, you're going to be judged for it and there's going to be a problem for it. So, it is what it is. I'm really annoyed about that because I hate giving away penalties. I pride myself in being able to defend quite well. And, yeah, it didn't work out with Nelson there, did it? So, we have a second half. We've got to turn it around. If we don't, then we're going to lose our first game in the season. So, let's just see how that one pans out. There's no one there to win the header. Thankfully, we can just lead it forward. Well, I wish we could have. Abdu's going to have to win it back. And, well, Nelson just slipped over on a banana peel. And he's left us equally dangerous at the back. And they hit the crossbar there. That was, well, frustrating. It's getting hard to defend against Bristol City. Ferguson. On to Ambrose. Ambrose. Hopefully over the top for David Worrell. Worrell gets on the end of this. Can he score a goal? It's saved. He headers it in. There we go. We have the equaliser. David Worrell, a guy that is a jack of all trades apparently. He does everything when you need him to. And he headed that simply in. I mean, you've got to bet a little bit fortunate with that effort there. It's a little tiny bit of fortune that meant it fell to us. But it is an equaliser nonetheless. And, well, that's fine. We've got a goal in the Championship. And we're not losing this game at the moment, which is very, very good, may I just add. On to Aidan O'Brien. O'Brien tries to thread it through for Thierry Ambrose, who's beaten the offside trap. He's still going, Thierry Ambrose. He's turning. Ambrose, could he score here? He can't. It's saved. Oh, and it could fall back to him. And we have put it in the back of the net. Another bit of fortune in our favour, I think. But who cares? We're leading 2-1. I don't quite know whether that go down as a Thierry Ambrose goal or an own goal, because I don't know what the goalkeeper and the defender were doing here. Let's take another look and see. So it came back and we kicked it, and I think the goalkeeper went to catch it, so I think it will go down as an Ambrose goal. But another bit of a mistake from Bristol City. They shouldn't be doing that, and well, it could have really come at the right time as we now have the lead. That is Ambrose's first goal in the Championship. He wasn't one to score in the league very often in the last season, but he could be this season. This is where the danger comes. Bryan could be through. Joe Bryan, what's he going to do? I think we've made a big mistake here. Archer with the huge save there. That could give us the 3 points. And there you go. Hallelujah. We turned the deficit into a victory. 2-1 is the eventual score of this game. And I'm quite happy with my team for this. Obviously, we had a stroke of luck for both goals. Definitely, in my opinion. If you think so, you might as well leave it in the comments section down below. While you're down there, don't forget to tell me the players you want me to sign. I know I'm trying to sign Nua Dicko, but I will put that deal on hold if you guys can come up with some interesting players for me to sign in the next episode. Obviously, we still have the transfer window and our benefit to try and improve our squad for what could be a very difficult season. But we've done so well so far. And well, I won't show you the table because obviously we've played one game, so that doesn't matter so much. So, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, I will see you guys next week for the next Millwall Career Mode episode. But until then, goodbye.